Sure, here's a short, scary story for you. Lena had always been fascinated by old things, so when she found an antique mirror at a flea market, she couldn't resist buying it. The mirror was large, with a dark wooden frame intricately carved with twisting vines and strange, almost unreadable symbols. The glass was cloudy, but Lena loved how it seemed to add a mysterious charm to her bedroom. That night, she hung the mirror on the wall opposite her bed. As she settled in, she noticed something odd. The reflection in the mirror was slightly off. It wasn't just the cloudiness of the glass, there was something else, something she couldn't quite place. The furniture was all there, the bed, the dresser, the window, but the reflection felt wrong. Lena shook off the feeling and fell asleep. She was awoken in the middle of the night by a faint, rhythmic creaking sound. As her eyes adjusted to the darkness, she realized it was coming from the mirror. Her heart pounded in her chest as she slowly turned to face it. In the dim light, she saw her reflection standing in the mirror, but it wasn't her. The figure had her face, her clothes, but its movements were not her own. It swayed slowly back and forth, a twisted smile creeping across its face. Lena's breath caught in her throat as she realized the figure was watching her, its eyes following her every move. Terrified, Lena sat up in bed, her heart hammering. She wanted to look away, to close her eyes, but she couldn't tear herself from the gaze of the thing in the mirror. It raised a hand and pressed it against the glass from the other side, its smile widening, showing too many teeth. Lena scrambled out of bed and ran to the door, but it wouldn't budge. She looked back at the mirror, and the figure was now pounding against the glass, harder and harder. Cracks began to spiderweb across the surface, and a low, guttural growl emanated from the mirror. With a final deafening crash, the glass shattered. Lena screamed, covering her face with her arms. When she finally opened her eyes, the mirror was gone, completely gone, as if it had never been there. But the room was cold, and she could still hear the faint sound of creaking coming from the walls. In the morning, Lena's roommate found her curled up in the corner of the room, shivering and mumbling incoherently about reflections and something coming through. The mirror was never found, but sometimes, late at night, Lena swears she can still hear the soft creak of wood and the faint, unsettling sound of something whispering her name. Sleep tight.